Live from KHOU 11, your news starts now.
Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Cheryl Mercedes. New here at 5:30, a fiery crash shut down a busy North Harris County road for hours this morning. Deputies say a pickup truck slammed into a power pole and a gas main, then went up in flames. This happened along Atascocita Road in Humble, and the driver is still on the run. Michelle Choi shows us the aftermath and how it forced a local church to cancel Sunday service.
It was just after 5 a.m. when deputies rushed to Atascocita Road and found this pickup truck on fire.
We arrived on scene, had found a white pickup fully engulfed in flames that had struck a power pole and a gas main, which was on fire.
Hours later, fire crews were still dousing hot spots while Centerpoint worked to repair the ruptured gas line. Deputies say the driver who caused this ran off and still hasn't been found.
Hopefully our members will find a place to worship today with some of our other friends in and around the area as they get this situation under control.
The crash also forced Higher Expectations Community Church to cancel service. We met Pastor Bryant Lee, who came to check on his church after getting a call from authorities early this morning, but didn't learn the full details until he got here.
I just figured it was a simple accident, but to hear that there was a pole hit and then a gas line was hit and then the person who did all this took off on foot was kind of shocking and alarming.
Are you a little bit disheartened that service had to be canceled because of this?
Man, as a lead pastor, you're always disappointed when you can't gather with your local church body. So it is a big blow.
Lee told us he's simply thankful no one was hurt and is hopeful deputies will soon find the driver.
Hopefully the person who did this here, the sheriff's department, will be able to track down and get them some help.
At last check, investigators are still working to check the truck's VIN, hoping it leads them to the driver. In Humble, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
Thanks, Michelle. It was a violent night across the greater Houston area, with crews responding to multiple shootings, including one at a sports bar in Liberty County. Deputies there are looking for a gunman who opened fire at A Las Locas Sports Bar near Cleveland just before 2:30 this morning. Investigators say the man was at the bar at around midnight, drank several beers, left, then came back and started shooting into the patio area, then left in a white van. 6 people were shot, one of them died. 2 others were flown to the hospital in critical condition. The victims who remained are expected to survive. Tonight, deputies are reviewing surveillance video and working to determine a motive. In Northwest Harris County, an investigation is underway after a deputy shot a man outside of a Walgreens. Deputies say they were called to the store on Veterans Memorial Drive just before 9 o'clock last night after reports of a man harassing customers. When the deputy tried to detain him, he refused and walked away. The sheriff's office says the deputy gave multiple verbal commands and tased him twice, but it had no effect.
At that point, he went and had him at gunpoint. The suspect continued to be non-compliant, and at that point, the deputy ended up discharging his firearm one time, striking the male in the wrist and in the hip.
The man was critically hurt. Officials say the deputy rendered aid until EMS arrived and took him to the hospital. According to investigators, the man had several prior criminal trespass warnings and may have been homeless. And in Southwest Houston, police are investigating after a man was shot and killed around 10 last night in a parking lot on Bissonnette Street. Authorities say the man and his girlfriend were arguing and he walked away. Minutes later, a dark SUV reportedly pulled up. Someone got out, shot him, and drove away. Investigators believe the shooting was random and that the victim and the suspect did not know one another. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. To the weather now. A damp end to the weekend afternoon with showers here scattered across the city, and some folks, well, you could see there they had umbrellas. They were prepared, and others, on the other hand, had to improvise just a little bit as they walked through the rain at Herman Park. Right now, things looking a lot quieter and clearer. Chief Meteorologist David Paul in for Pat Kavlin this evening. And Dave, can we finally shake off the umbrellas?
For the most part, yeah, I think we're done for the rain. We still have some showers down toward Matagorda Bay, maybe a sprinkle here and there this evening, but most of the rain is done. And this is the process of a front coming through, which will make the weather much more comfortable the next couple of days. High temp today went to 80. I say it went to 80. It started at 80. That happened at midnight early this morning at Bush International Airport. Since then, we've not been above 80 with the rain and the clouds keeping us in the 70s all day. Normal high is 92. Record high is 104. Record low is 59 back in 1891. Live look outside from the Zaza Med Center. Got a little drink of water today. Nice and squeegee clean. Right now, we're 77 degrees. That's at Bush International Airport where it's cloudy. 12 degrees cooler than yesterday at this time, 12 degrees less hot, we'll say. Winds are calm, but they'll begin to trend out of the northeast as this drier air comes in with the front. Right now, current temperature, Bush 77, Sugarland's at 80, Pearland's at 80, Conroe's at 82, and you can see the flow is out of the northeast. So it really hasn't started yet, but overnight tonight, lower humidity, lower dew points are going to come in. That will make things much more comfortable. These are dew point temperatures right now. Anything in the 70s is considered quite humid. But look, Huntsville's down to a dew point of 69. So the further north you go in Texas, the lower the dew points get. And we will see that drier air pushing in here. How did dew point make you feel? Well, when you have dew points in the 70s, it's tropical, summer humid, that type of thing, uncomfortable, what we're used to here in Houston. But you get dew points down into the 60s and below 60, and it really does get noticeably more comfortable. And that is what we're in the process of doing. By tomorrow, mid-morning, dew points down in the 50s. And that will lower the humidity and just makes it easier for your body to cool itself. It doesn't use so much energy to cool itself. Sweat evaporates off your skin easier when the dew point's at 57, and it just gives you more energy and makes everything feel better. Now, the radar over the past couple of hours, we've been busy. It's been light rain, and you can see there's still some light rain out to the west. El Campo, up to Garwood, to Columbus, Eagle Lakes, getting a few light sprinkle showers, but that's about it. Houston, Harris County, we are mostly dry. Down to the south and west, though, still have showers lingering after heavy rain prompted a couple of flood advisories near the Victoria area. Those will slowly drain off, not expecting any type of emergency weather there, but the heavy showers pushing south as the whole flow is pushing everything to the south and to the west. Now, that being said, by 9:30 tonight, we may still see some coastal showers from the Brazosport area down to Bay City and the tip of Matagorda Bay. And watch as we go through the overnight. Front will be pushing through, and that may trigger some coastal overnight showers. This is 3 a.m. Monday morning. And again, the Brazosport area could still be a little wet down there towards Surfside. And even Monday morning, 7 a.m., we could have coastal showers. But notice, by Monday morning, it's a more pronounced northeast flow at the surface, and that is what will bring in the more comfortable air in the form of lower humidity. That stays with us all day tomorrow. We end up going mostly sunny tomorrow across the area, no rain, and that northeast breeze is going to make a difference. And in fact, it will make a difference overnight tonight. These are forecast morning lows tomorrow morning. Wake up at 69 at Atascocita. McCalla wakes up at 70. Hunters Creek 71. Channelview 71. Low 70s with lower humidity will be noticeably more comfortable. Bush Intercontinental Airport forecasting a low of 69. Still a little bit more humid down toward the coast. League City 76. Angleton 75. And Huntsville, though, more comfortable at 68. And then tomorrow's high temps. Check it out. Highs expected to stay in the upper 80s to near 90. But a high temp in Jersey Village of 89. Jacinto City, a high of 89 tomorrow. Olcott, McCalla, 89. Let's see, Huntsville forecasting a high of 85 tomorrow. League City, a high of 87 with the lower humidity. It will be noticeably more comfortable. It's not going to be cool, but noticeably more comfortable tonight and tomorrow. Quick look at hurricane season. Where are we now? We're near the statistical peak, so you would expect to see an active storm out there. So far, we've had 5 tropical storms and 1 hurricane. Aaron, that was the one that went to Cat 5. As we look at sea surface temperatures, they are plenty warm here in the heart of hurricane season. Anything above 80 is ready to produce a storm, or at least has the energy to do it. There is one tropical wave here in the open Atlantic, and there is one tropical wave here in the Caribbean, but neither of them are showing any signs of development at all. Here's the one in the Caribbean, just some scattered showers, nothing in the Gulf, and the Hurricane Center says they're not going to develop, and right now we're expecting no new development for the next 7 days. That's what the Hurricane Center is putting out right now. We'll continue to keep it one day at a time. Things can change overnight this time of the year, but right now, even though we're near the statistical peak, things are very quiet. Monday, slightly cooler in the morning, 69. High temp goes to 89 with lower humidity tomorrow. It's going to be a nice day. The extended forecast, lows in the 60s Tuesday and Wednesday morning, highs in the upper 80s to near 90, and then we'll slowly raise the humidity back up with lows in the 70s and highs in the 90s the rest of the work week. But take a look at this, Cheryl. No rain expected in the next 7 days. You're going to enjoy the more comfortable air the next couple of days, too. Back to you, Cheryl.
Hey, it's been a while. That's impressive, David. Love it. Thanks so much. Well, this week, residents at a Northeast Houston apartment complex are seeing repairs they say are overdue. One woman living at the Summit at Hirsch Road says she went several days without AC, while others complained about problems with maintenance and rats. Our Troy class is getting solutions from management tonight. Troy.
At the Summit at Hirsch Road, one resident couldn't keep cool.
I have to leave my house to go to my family house to get some air.
Wanella Wood's air conditioning went out and was given this window AC unit. The thermostat still reads 99 degrees. Another resident in the complex has a different problem.
I'm the unit that's steady catching rats. I done caught over 30, 50 rats since I've been here. And I don't know where they're coming from.
Tadra Tyson providing these photos of rats she claims were in her son's closet. KHOU 11 reached out to apartment management, who says they were unaware of these photos. Management claims no rodents were found in previous walkthroughs of Tyson's unit just a month ago, adding Tyson denied pest control from coming in, though other residents are dealing with different problems. Dejanette Easy claims an AC leak has created mold in her apartment.
Has management come out here and what have they tried to do so far?
Besides maybe vacuuming up the water, like I said, besides wiping it down with bleach, spraying some Kilt, but I feel like that's not really fixing the problem.
According to management, the leak was first reported on August 15th and fixed the following day. They say the leak reoccurred on August 30th and was fixed again. Management claims no mold was detected when inspecting Easy's unit, but she claims the persistent issues affect her and her son.
We both have compromised immune systems, so we shouldn't be living and breathing like this. I cough every day. I have to blow my nose every day. I'm very congested. And it's not okay.
Apartment management claims that none of the 3 units had a history of work orders, but following our visit, activist Candace Matthews says the repairs tenants were waiting for have finally been addressed.
According to property management, they say that they inspected 100% of the units at this complex back in July, and they say that there were no issues reported then. However, they say they will be hosting a meeting with residents this upcoming week to remind them on submitting work orders, so solutions to problems like this can be reached earlier. In Northeast Houston, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Good to hear. Thanks, Troy. We're always here for you, pushing for solutions. If there's something you want us to look into, just send us an email to newstips@khou.com. Well, today President Trump visited New York for the U.S. Open. The trip comes as he faces criticism for plans to send federal troops to cities like Chicago. It's an issue highlighted in a new CBS News poll. Nicole Killian has more on that.
President Trump traveled to New York Sunday to attend the U.S. Open. Prior to his departure, he defended his recent vows to send in the National Guard to cities like Chicago.
We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
A new CBS News poll finds 42% of those surveyed favor the deployment of troops to other cities beyond Washington, D.C., while 58% oppose it. Opinion is sharply split along party lines, with 85% of Republicans favoring the deployment and 93% of Democrats opposing it. This weekend, President Trump posted a meme on social media that ominously warned Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War. State and city leaders condemned the president's post and argued statistics show crime in the city is down.
None of this is about fighting crime or making Chicago safer. None of it. For Trump, it's about testing his power and producing a political drama to cover up for his corruption.
On Face the Nation, Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, a Democrat, condemned the president's recent threats to the Windy City.
The president of the United States essentially just declared war on a major city in his own nation. This is not normal, Margaret. This is not acceptable behavior.
CBS News has learned the Trump administration is pushing forward with a plan to turn a naval base north of Chicago into a staging area for potential immigration operations. According to an internal government memo obtained by CBS News, the Department of Homeland Security requested roughly 250 federal agents and 140 vehicles at the base. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Washington.
Dozens of teachers across Texas are getting some much-needed help just in time for the new school year. The Avalanche Food Group, the company behind Twin Peaks and Bread Zeppelin, helped raise more than $78,000 this year through its Back-to-School Give Back initiative. Several local teachers who applied for the grant say the extra support will help better serve their students.
All of us teachers, we do come out of our pockets to give back to our students, and so this just gives us a little bit of more space and financial income to give back to those students.
This marks the second year for this initiative, with teachers receiving checks up to $1,000. All right, trending tonight, 2 winners have hit the second largest U.S. lottery jackpot ever, worth $1.8 billion. 2 tickets hit all 6 numbers in last night's Powerball drawing, one in Missouri, the other in Texas. The Texas winning sold was in Fredericksburg at Biggs 103 gas station on Highway 290. And get this, the player picked all the numbers themselves. According to Lottery Association, that winner opted for the cash prize, which will be about $410 million before taxes. If you missed last night's drawing, here's a look at the winning numbers again: 11, 23, 44, 61, 62, and the Powerball 17. 3 other Texas tickets also hit it big, matching all 5 numbers without the Powerball. A ticket sold in Tyler was worth $2 million. One in Austin was worth $1 million. Another $1 million winner came from a suburb south of Dallas-Fort Worth. Saturday's jackpot ends a 42-draw streak without any winner. All right, an end to it all.
And I got $1 billion forecast for you.
I know. Hey, and that's all I need, David. That is all I need. Let's hear it again.
I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It really is. Slightly cooler tomorrow, but noticeably less hot in the morning, 69 and lower humidity. Your walk tomorrow morning or your early morning run tomorrow morning, you're going to put an extra spring in your step. High temp 89. When's the last time we had a high below 90 when it was sunny?
Right.
It's been a while, so it's a nice stretch of weather starting Monday, and it lasts for a couple of days.
All right. Thank you, Dave, and thank you so much for joining us. We'll have much more for you coming up tonight after the MTV Video Music Awards, but you can stream us anytime on KHOU 11+. Just download on your TV and watch for free. See you after the awards.